I was thinking actually how to start my today's presentation and how to introduce this topic better. And yesterday when I was talking to some of the speakers, I realized that nothing works better than a personal life story. So here we are. I will tell you a short story that happened to me recently. It was last week actually, when my parents were on their way to Portugal. They stopped by my place to visit me because we haven't seen each other for like half a year. So we were talking, exchanging news, and I was sharing that soon I will be speaking at the conference. Here is my topic. I'm trying to explain like what I will be talking about, and then I see my dad. He's sitting like this, checking something in his phone, like scrolling it, and I'm like, come on, I'm talking about life in the moment. And what are you doing here right now? And he was checking the weather in Portugal, because they're flying tomorrow. So, yes, that is when I realized that my topic is relevant, because it's not something abstract, it's something that happens even to me, to my family. And we need to know how to manage our lives when everything is related to technology. I'll talk about it later. And before we start, I would like you to look at this picture. I don't know if you saw the spoiler, but let's try to answer this question all together. So, who in your opinion is enjoying the moment in this picture? Yes! Yes, this beautiful old lady. So just look at this picture. Really, I got curious what's going on in this picture. Everyone is taking photos of something. But looking at the face of this woman, you can see that how relaxed, how calm it is. And no matter that people are also excited, they're smiling, they're taking pictures, she's just really in this moment. She's trying to observe everything that's happening over there. And yes, this leads us to my topic and to discussing how we can, in our modern tech-driven world, how we can use this power of technologies, because we need to take pictures, we need to capture these moments. We all are here and even taking pictures for presentations because we want to remember something. But how, using this power of technology, we can stay present and still live our present life. So yes, why now? Because as I said, oh my God, my phone's got broken. Okay, anyway, continue technology. So why now? Because as I said, we are living in tech-driven world. Every startup that is being created now is tech-related. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, and yes, and just don't get me wrong, I love technology, I love technological progress, and I love the fact that everything is being developed right now. I'm coming from the sphere. But what looks a bit scary for me is that we people, we are person create on this world. We are creating this virtual reality, we are creating different worlds where we just put ourselves there. And step by step, we are creating something that gets us away from our present world. We use technology, we just don't even understand how we are communicating online and forgetting about our present world. It's much more easier to send a message like, how are you, than to call a person and listen to his personal voice. So here is the problem. And a brief why I'm talking about it. So as I was already introduced, I come from the tech sphere. Just recently I finished my master in digital transformation. It was exactly related to how we implement technology to improve businesses, how to develop better, more successful businesses by using the power of technology. But at the same time, I realized how it influences our personal life and how important it is to live in the present moment and maintain this tech-life balance. So I'm trying some practices on myself, and that is what I'm going to share with you today. And yes, let's have a look at some numbers. So what they tell us. 3.6 times per hour. This is the Oh, what was it? Even technology got shocked. Sorry for the delay. It's a time, it's how many times per hour we are getting distracted by technology. And it would be different. It would be something like notification that we receive. It could be an advertisement we see when scrolling the web. It could be even this desire to make a picture while we are walking around the city, like here we are all in beautiful Venice, and sometimes it's just impossible not to capture some architecture, some palm trees, whatever. But yes, it was a distraction. Everything here it is a distraction. And generally it happens, it says 3-4 times per hour. It's even less than every 20 minutes we are getting distracted by something. But what was worse is the second number, 23 minutes. This is the time how much we need to get back to the activities that we were doing before. So imagine that you were working on some tasks that you were immersed in, for example, writing an email, and then you just saw a notification, like for example, I read for 2025. Do you want to join our webinar? And immediately your brain starts processing information. You start thinking, okay, am I really ready for 2025? How my 2024 went? What I was doing? What were my goals? Have I achieved them? You start thinking, and unintentionally you get distracted from your previous activity, right? So yes, and then if you want to get back to your work with your email, it will require around 23 minutes just to get your brain back focused on the previous activity. And imagine we are distracted every 20 minutes during the hour. So it looks like half of the day we are completely not doing the activities we wanted to do. And we need to really do something about it if we want to be productive and wealthy as well, and focus on getting more money for sure. So yeah. As I said, we can be distracted in different terms. So basically, we can divide distractions into two parts. They could be external. They come, as I said, like notifications, banners we see when scrolling the web. And then they lead to our internal distractions, something that we are thinking about. Our thoughts about the future, our concerns about the past, have we done everything right before? And everything's interconnected, so once we see a notification, for example, we start thinking about our personal life. Or we start thinking about our personal life and we need to scroll everything in the web, try to read maybe like what's going on with my health, or how can I get more money, and get into the cycle of constantly being distracted. And our brain don't help. What is worse, it will lead to different bad consequences, like anxiety, stress, is a cumulative effect, and the more you are being distracted and the less you are able to control yourself, the more it will lead to some bad consequences. But what is good, and that is why I'm here, not to scare you anymore. Life is a moment, so a spoiler, it's not something abstract. And that is why I decided to talk about it, because sometimes it might seem like, okay, life in the moment, should I just sit, meditate like this, and be in the present moment and forget about everything around? No, absolutely not. To understand this concept, it's important to understand what the moment is exactly. And here it is. The moment, it is something specific. It is something that has just happened, that you felt, and then this situation, this event, it passed. And what's more important, it will never ever repeat. Just capture it. This moment would be very short, it could be just an instant, like something happened, you saw something. Or it could be long, like a few hours, or even a day, like we are all here in the conference. And it would be a whole different moment. We are here, we are present. But the idea why it is important to be in this moment is because even though the circumstances repeat, even if we all gather together here next year, same group of people, it won't be the same very moment, right? we will have our different background. We will have, for example, different weather. Maybe we will have working microphones, I don't know. So yeah, it's important how we have moment. So let's just focus on this present moment, right? Just to capture this how it is right now. And of course, it can be not perfect. So a quick example, just to understand the situation better. I created some images, actually with the help of technology, with artificial intelligence. So yeah, just to give the idea. So for example, here we see a man. He's playing with his dog, right? But you see this phone in his hand. What is he doing? Maybe like my dad, he's checking the weather in Portugal. I don't know. Or just trying to take a picture of the dog. Or here we see a woman. She's probably talking to her relatives or friends, but at the same time, she's trying to reply to her work mail. Somebody just texted her. All this man, you see this beautiful sunset. Me and I really tried to capture this most beautiful sunset. But even this man, he took a picture and he's maybe trying to post it, share with his friends. Like, just look what sunset I just saw. And finally, this handsome man in Rome, he just maybe on his vacations around Europe. And what is he doing? We tried to capture. He's going to Paris right later, so he's checking the weather exactly like that relates here. So yeah. What unites all this moment? None of these people are actually in this present moment. They're somewhere distant. They're somewhere in their phones, in their mails, in their thought, but they're not enjoying what they're doing right now. And that is a problem, but it could be fixed. I'm not going to read all these parts, but I will just say the main idea. When it comes to technology, we can do several things. First of all of us have this wonderful function, do not disturb mode. Why can we use it and how can we use it? Whenever you are in a specific moment that you want to really stay present and that could give you positive emotions, just try to select a specific time, whether it is 3 minutes, whether it is half an hour or the whole day, when you want to be present, when you want to stay in this very moment. When it comes to playing with the dog, okay, let's just spend 3 minutes playing with the dog, not focusing on technology, not responding to your friends, or not even taking pictures of how cute is your dog, because they're always cute, no? And yeah, just try to select the specific time and spend time with it. And then you can get back to your activities, because once again, I'm not here to tell you just throw away your mobile phones, never use the internet, no. I'm like you, I also was used to be taking pictures of your presentations and it was useful for me, but I selected a specific time that I just focused on what I'm listening to, because it's important, and yeah, just one thing. So, as I said, we can use different practices. And also there are different things like, there are even applications online that we can install in our mobile phones that could help us maintain focus and to train our focus. And there are also different mental practices, like for example, meditations that we can use, something that requires more work and constant steps on developing our mental health. But there is one thing that I would suggest you just right now, that I'm using personally, as that you can use even today. It relates to how to put yourself in this present moment, even though you could be distracted by everything. And I call it 30 seconds technique. So just for the next 30 seconds, please just stay with me. And what I do is I'm trying to, just 30 seconds, it's a little moment, look around and understand what surrounds me. Just try to stay here, present, and see what's happening right now, where I am, and we are all here at the conference. We arrived here, we woke up early because we arrived here to Venice because we want to listen to different speakers, to get more insights, to develop ourselves. We are here and we all should be grateful to ourselves because we made it, yes? And we are here. And we are surrounded by different wonderful people. Each of us is inspired, and each of us inspiring the other people. So this is where we are right now, in this room, talking, listening to speakers, and this is where we will be this call. And even though you can be distracted, even though someone could call you, for example, from your work, or if your relatives come here, or friends, you could be distracted, you could spend time with them, but then get back here, and once you're in this room, just stay present, right? So this is what you can do once you get distracted, just 30 seconds, try to focus on what's going on, and then decide if you want to stay here in this moment or if you want to go further. So just a few more slides. So what else? I don't know if it should not go right. Okay, there was a video here, but something's wrong with my presentation today. So I just wanted to show you an example of what I did and how I was practicing this slide in the moment. So this summer I took a challenge, and it was 92 days of the summer I counted, because I made myself, so I promised to myself that during every day I will try to find something, just something that made this day memorable for me, that I want to remember about this day. And firstly, it was difficult. Like, how can we select what I learned from each day? But then it made me really be focused on what's going on. Every day I was paying attention what is around me, what I was doing, and what is one specific event that I want to remember. So I was posting it on my Instagram just to make it a kind of tracking of what I'm doing. And yeah, but again, there was a video, but it's not working. Anyway, it was a really useful experience for me. And it was useful not only like personal, it also made an impact on my professional life, because it made me stay focused. I was thinking, what is the most important event of the day? And it really helps to select focus. It made me be disciplined, because I was thinking about, okay, I took this responsibility. Just 92 days, but I promised to myself and to people who are watching me that during the 92 days I will be posting something, so let's do it. It made me know how to validate small results, because even though during, when you do something for specific time, sometimes you don't see the actual result. When you're in this moment, for example, you're going to the gym, so you don't see immediate results of how you're losing weight. But within a certain period of time, you start seeing results. Same here. I didn't understand why I'm doing it, and sometimes I was thinking like, okay, I just posted something about my days, people maybe not care, whatever. But I thought to myself, okay, 92 days, so let's just focus on it, and let's see what happens later. And what happened later, it also helped me to actually develop self-care, and it helped me to be more focused on long-term strategy. When I talk about self-care, I mean the situation when, for example, you lack energy, you don't want to do something, maybe you're just tired, or maybe you want to spend a little more time with your friends today. You want to do something different, but it's okay. We are all humans, right? We can allow ourselves to be humans, and we can allow us to take a break. What's important here is not to lose focus, and even if we take a break, it could be 1 day, it could be 5 days. But let's get back then to what we were doing before, to what we promised ourselves, and let's move forward. So here are my outcomes, and here it is my experience. You can try yourself, maybe something similar, maybe not 92 days, maybe just till the beginning of New Year. Why not just try something? Just try to capture one moment of your day. And if you don't want to do it this way, there is one more thing that I started doing recently. I bought myself a diary, and it's called 5-minute reflections. Basically what I'm doing, it is divided into 2 pages, one for morning and one for evening. In the morning, I write down my thoughts in the morning, like how do I feel when I woke up, and what do I want this day to bring to me, like some inclinations maybe. And I want, for example, to visit this conference and meet inspiring people. Okay, and I love this one, my biggest question for today. I just think about, okay, what do I want to discover from today? Maybe what I want to learn from today. And the most interesting part is to admit, sometimes it's not aligned at all. And sometimes different things happening, and I find different insights, but still I write it down. I write some reflections and my main takeaways from the day, right? So it's really not taking a lot of time, and you even don't need a specific diary, you can just use your notes, even your phone, but I prefer just writing it from my hand because it gives more validation. And yes, this is something that everyone can do, and sometimes it helps just to understand, just for a few minutes to get grounded and understand where you are right now, where you're going, and how you want your day to pass. Because we never know what will be in the future, and there is no need to worry about the past because it passed. So why not to stay present, right?
Right.
And yes, I would be happy to hear about your results, and if you have any questions, so feel free to contact me here at the Smiling team, and please share if you did maybe some challenge already. And yeah, and here's one more thing. Okay, something not broken, but anyway, soon I will be organizing a workshop. It will be exactly related to reflecting about 2024, looking where we are right now, and making some resolutions for the next year that we want, setting some goals that we want to achieve and that we will be actually able to achieve, because, as you said, huge goals that are not corresponding to what, where we are right now. So me, together with my colleagues here, will organize this workshop. If you would be interested, just feel free to ask me, and I would be more than happy to hear from you and stay in touch with all of you. So thank you.